the Ondo State story to a logical conclusion. Jide, now the governor is saying, I leave everything to the State Assembly. What do you think he means here?
Well, what he's trying to wash his hands clean from what is going on. After all, officially, he wasn't the one that complained. It's the House that came up with allegations against this
The
person.
number two man, yeah.
Yes, and it's the House that has to prove that those allegations are valid and know that the governor does not need to get involved in controversies at this time. And I think his own approach is different to what we had in Edo, because in the case of the Edo governor, the governor was embarrassed by some actions that happened, some things that happened, and that's why he didn't even want to have anything to do with his deputy. But in this case, Aiyedatiwa is a political novice. In that house, he doesn't have support. He doesn't have support. So when I hear that, oh, he's ambitious, is this, so where do you start from? Even if in the house you don't have support at all. So I am not his lawyer, but that person to me is not as hungry for power as we are being made to believe, because it did not even when the governor left and he was made acting governor, we didn't see someone bent on showing that, yes, I'm the one in charge.
You are saying he's not necessarily charismatic?
No, he's not as vigorous as a politically conscious deputy governor should be. You can't put him in.
Also to a point where
you can't compare him to the deputy governor of Ondo State, for example.
Okay.
He has political structures. He's always been in the game and all that.
He's an Aluta man.
He's an Aluta man, but he was also somebody who had been in the House of Reps. He's been in politics for some. When you're talking about Aiyedatiwa, what is his background in politics? Which election has he ever won? So it's not even, in every sense of the word, a thoroughbred politician. Okay. But you can't say that of the man in Ondo State, because that one in Ondo State is already a formidable adversary. Whichever way you look at it, he's been in the game for so long, you know.
So he would raise a lot of suspicion.
Yes. Yeah. But this person, it's just that's why some of us hate politics so much, because of the way politicians, especially politicians in Nigeria, the way they
play the
game. You know, the Nigerian politician, when he has power, he thinks that he's God.
In fact, they say that he's Machiavellian.
And it takes time, moves rapidly. Within a short time, you've left power and you become an ordinary person.
That's it.
People the former governor of Ondo State, Oluloyo, described as X this, X that. You know? In no time, you become an X this, X that. But they think about now. They don't think about tomorrow.
Wale, please, quickly, let's look at the dilemma of the number 2 office from the center to my state and your state.
Well, I think what I believe is that as a politician, whether governor or deputy governor, there are 2 things you need to get right. The first one is law, then the first one is politics. If you get the law right or don't get the politics right, you may still end up in trouble. You know, you mentioned the case of Fayose that was impeached. But you know that in November 2014, the same government of Fayose impeached the Speaker of the House, 7 PDP members out of 26. They just drove out, you know, impeached the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. So that is politics. That is not law. So we have seen instances where people are overwhelmed, you know, if you know how to play your political game, before you now go to court, it's almost 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And the damage will have been done. So I think for him to be able to sustain himself in power, it's not just about whether legally it's right. He also needs to play his politics correctly. You know, reach out to those that he needs to reach out, members of the House of Assembly, and also the governor. And I also think that the governor should also realize that there are a lot of thought forces that are just out, coming out with a lot of false information to dissuade him. For you to have mentioned that you have a lot, fifth columnists, for you to have picked this person as your deputy governor, you should not allow third parties to divide them. You should also bend down. You can't be winners all.
Yeah.
You need to grant concessions so that you can have peace in your state.
All right. And besides, as we say in politics, when you bury the hatchet, they say bury it with a handle.
Sure.
Let everything remain buried. I wish them luck.